I challenged my viewers. What's the absolute maximum number of levels you can advance on RuneScape in 1 hour, starting from an account with all 1 stats? The winner gets a max cash stack in RuneScape, which takes hundreds if not thousands of hours to obtain on average. If you're picturing chopping trees, burning logs, fishing shrimp, mining copper, and killing rats for an hour, you'll be pretty surprised at what you find in this video. The best part about these challenges is anyone can enter. I post the rules to these challenges in the community tab of my YouTube channel. The rules for this challenge are very simple. When you start the 1 hour, you must have all 1 stats. You can't use ults during the 1 hour other than someone else's player-owned house. And finally, the timer starts when you gain a level. Other than that, you can do anything to prepare beforehand. Almost complete quests, transfer any items or GP over to the account, and start your run anywhere on RuneScape. Let me know in the comments what you think of this challenge and if you want to see any other specific challenges. And of course, I don't have max cash on RuneScape, so I ended up spending $3,500 on RuneScape bonds. And none of this would be possible without the sponsor of today's video. Thanks to AFK Arena for sponsoring today's video. AFK is a strategic RPG. I've talked about the game before on this channel and absolutely love it. But today I want to tell you about the new PvP mode they just launched called War of Wits. War of Wits is basically a strategic card game that uses AFK characters and lore. Here's how it works. During a game, you'll be able to pick between 24 relics and 80 hero cards. Each hero is in a faction and there are 4 factions: the Lightbearers, Maulers, Wilders, and Graveborn. But why do you care about relics? Well, they provide special abilities whose effects can be accumulated over time, so your initial decision is super important to winning the game. Each match only takes about 5 minutes, so you can go test the game out quickly right now. The match starts by flipping a coin, then 4 hero cards are drawn randomly, and the winner of the coin toss gets to choose their hero first. Choosing cards should depend on faction advantages, the hero's level, what relics you have, and even anticipating how your opponent is going to play. So go to the description where you'll find the link to download AFK Arena, and you'll also see a progress bar that shows how many other people in this community have downloaded the game. While you're there, there's also a new gift code which you can use in-game to get 30 faction scrolls and 3,000 diamonds valid until March 11th. Thanks again to AFK Arena for sponsoring this video. I got over 100 submissions for this challenge, and there will be a full high scores at the end of the video with everyone's total level and rank. Because there's so much footage and a lot of people did similar things, I'm only going to use the top 2 runs in this video, but thank you to everyone who submitted a clip. Let's get into the challenge. Speedy Verf is competing here, and he's going to start off his run by completing the Observatory quest. He has a lot of stored XP in his inventory. He's going to use 1 lamp on Slayer and 2 lamps on Hunter. The Observatory quest also got him from 1 to 14 crafting. He's then going to immediately teleport over to the Wizard Tower where he's going to complete Imp Catcher. That gives him 875 magic experience, and then he immediately goes to spam the Book of Arcane Knowledges in his inventory to get a lot of magic XP quickly. He gets level 19 magic from that and immediately teleports to Castle Wars. He withdraws some org bones and goes into the wilderness, kinda risky, to offer them up at the altar out there for bonus XP. Each org bone gives him 490 prayer experience, and in 3 minutes he goes from 1 to 49 prayer. He suicides on the Wine of Zamorak and teleports immediately to Waterbirth Island, and this is what really separates the top competitors here from the rest of the group: the completion of the Fremennik trials with all 1 stats. Just look at that XP drop. He gets strength, defense, attack, hit points, fishing, thieving, agility, crafting, fletching, and woodcutting levels. Now, something we all probably did expect during this challenge: fletching when you're running places. Verf teleports to the Fishing Guild and runs over to complete the Dwarf Cannon quest. Since he's in the area, he's gonna go ahead and pick up the Waterfall quest as well. The Waterfall quest is just essential for this challenge. It gives almost 14,000 XP in attack and strength. Now that Verf's done Dwarf Cannon, he's gonna use that cannon and go on a questing spree. He starts off in Falador and sets up the cannon so that it can kill guards and get him range XP. He then runs north to complete Doric's quest and then northwest to complete Witch's House. Doric's quest gets him 10 mining, Witch's House gets him 27 hit points. Just a little bit north of that, he goes and finishes Druidic Ritual as well for 3 Herblore. Clearly this run is so carefully planned out. He heads back to Falador quick to refill the cannon, and then goes to Varrock to complete Gertrude's Cap. Then Draenor Village to complete a Poor Sign of Interest for 11 Slayer, and then Edgeville to complete Dragon Slayer 1 for 18,000 strength and defense experience. He can't forget about that cannon in Falador though, and as he runs back into the bank, he gets 31 fletching for a total level of 375 in less than 12 12 minutes. He's gained over 330 levels in 12 minutes. Speedy Verf withdraws some white logs from the bank and teleports to Varrock, and at this exact moment, Speedy Verf might just be the sweatiest player on RuneScape. He's lighting logs while he low-alks cannonballs and gets passive range experience from the cannon in Falador. He's switching between Falador and Varrock to light the logs in Varrock in a line while refilling his cannon in Falador, all while he alks. A pro tip for this challenge, firelighters used on regular logs gives 50 XP instead of 40 for the regular logs, and you light him right away, so Verf is getting a lot more fire making XP than if you used regular logs. Fast forward 12 minutes and Verf stops fire making when he hits level 30. He also has 29 magic and 23 range. He's gonna head over to Edgeville and use that lever to get to Ardung, and while he does it, he prays magic just in case there's a PKer. Wow, would that be depressing to see him die to a PKer right there. He completes Plague City, which gives him 18 mining, and while he's there, he's gonna complete Haziel Cult. That gives him 19 thieving. He's really on a questing spree here because now he uses his RD tab, runs east, and does the rest of Sea Slug. If you didn't know, that gives 7,175 experience, which gets him all the way up to level 27 fishing. He's gonna go party with the monk, complete Monk's Friend, and get 2,000 woodcutting XP for 20 woodcutting. And he's gonna complete Fight Arena for 12,175 attack experience. That's a hard quest to do without leveling up any stats. And finally, he's gonna complete Tree Gnome Village, which gets him up to 40 attack. He equips that Rune to H sword so that the cannon has more accuracy, getting him more range XP. Verf is going to make a quick stop at the Major Zamorak in Varrock to pick up 1,000 rune crafting XP, getting him to 9 rune crafting. He's going to head north over to the museum, and on the way he gets 42 fletching and 26 range. He picks up 1,000 XP in Slayer and Hunter from the museum, getting him to 15 Slayer and 13 Hunter. He's going to head upstairs and pick up 2 XP lamps. He uses 1 on woodcutting, 1 on mining, getting him 22 woodcutting and 22 mining. Speedy Verf is going to head over and mine some Blurite, which requires 10 mining, which means he needed to get that 10 mining before he finishes this quest. He turns in the Knight's Sword to finish the Knight's Sword for 12,725 smithing XP, which gets him all the way up to 29 smithing. Now Verf smiths an Elemental Shield to finish Elemental Workshop 1. He picks up 5,000 crafting and smithing experience each, getting him 27 crafting and 32 smithing. Verf is gonna teleport into his house, and he has some bagged plants. They give equal amounts of construction and farming experience, so the bagged plant 1s give 31 XP for each, the bagged plant 2s give 70 construction and farming each, and the bagged plant 3s give 100 XP in each. So in just 5 minutes he gets to 20 farming and 20 construction. Verf's gonna head back to Edgeville. He takes out a botanical pie and some herblore supplies. Botanical pies boost your herblore by 4 so that he could do a higher tier potion just from the get-go. And in 4.5 minutes he hits 24 herblore. Now he's gonna teleport to Narda. And when I first saw this, I thought, what could possibly be in Narda? Basically just a place to cook close to a bank. Just like the botanical pies and herblore, he's going to use a Chef's Delight M to boost his cooking so that he has a higher success rate of cooking these berry pies. If you notice too, he actually drops all of the pies and then picks them up one by one and cooks them. That greatly speeds up the cooking time. And in 5 minutes, he hits 27 cooking and immediately gets out of Narda. Now Verf teleports to the lumber mill where he's going to be making earth tiaras. That's a great way of getting really quick rune crafting XP early on, although it's a little expensive. He gets from 9 to 19 rune crafting in 3.5 minutes, and then he's gonna head back to Edgeville quick and head to Berthorpe where he's gonna finish the Death Plateau quest. That gives him 3,000 attack XP, getting him up to 41 attack. He only has 2.5 minutes left, and he's gonna use the next minute to craft emeralds and rubies, and then he's gonna use the last minute on herblore, and with just 8 seconds left, he gets 27 herblore, which will be his last level. Speedy Verf finishes at a total level of 640. That means he gained 608 levels on RuneScape in 1 hour. But can it be beaten? Let's find out. In the Sumbits run, he front-loaded a lot of quests we already saw Speedy Verf complete. Let's go through those super quickly. He starts off by using 3 XP lamps, 1 each on Hunter, Runecrafting, and Slayer. He then does the Fremennik Trials, Death Plateau, Druidic Ritual, Witch's House, Doric's Quest, the Knight's Sword, Imp Catcher, Plague City, Dwarf Cannon, the Waterfall Quest, Monk's Friend, Haziel Cult, Fight Arena, Tree Gnome Village, Murder Mystery, Elemental Workshop 1, the Fishing Contest, Dragon Slayer, Poor Sign of Interest, Gertrude's Cat, gets XP from the museum, and does the Abyss mini quest for rune crafting XP. The Summit's gonna actually teleport to the Lumbridge graveyard and go visit Death, and he collects 3 dark relics from Death. Those come from the Chambers of Zarek, and he uses 1 on agility and 2 on Hunter to get 21 agility and 22 Hunter. I looked up the account, and he completed 59 Chambers of Zarek to get those without advancing a single level. A team must have had to boost him to do that. He's gonna head to the Grand Exchange and start enchanting bulls to get really quick magic experience. In just 6 minutes, minutes, he gets from 9 to 30 magic doing that. Here's a quest Speedy Verif didn't complete, the Grand Tree, and you have to defeat a demon here. But the Summit messes up his save spot, tries to get up the ladder but isn't able to, and gets KO'd by the demon, and that costs him 3 whole minutes in his run. He finishes the quest though, which grants 18,400 attack XP, almost 8k agility XP, and 2k more magic XP. That gets him 30 agility, 45 attack, and 33 magic. The Summit's also going to craft Earth Tiaras for fast rune crafting XP and gets up to 20 rune crafting. With 25 minutes left, he then places his cannon in the middle of Ardung Square and starts crafting Emerald for fast crafting XP. He changes to rubies, hits 31 crafting really quickly, and then switches over to Herblore while still refilling that cannon. At 29 Herblore, he's going to stop training the skill and he goes over to the Grand Exchange. He's going to withdraw purple colored logs, which again give 50 experience over 40 XP for regular logs. But at the same time he lights a log, he's also going to cook a poison Karamwan on the fire he just lit. They only require 1 cooking level to cook, but give 80 cooking XP each. And after getting 15 cooking and 16 fire making, he goes to a POH to start offering up org bones for that prayer experience. And in just under 4 minutes, he gets from 1 to 47 prayer doing that, and then switches over to bagged plants for construction and farming XP. The Sumbit finishes his run with a total level of 634, 6 levels short of Speedy Verif. Congratulations to Speedy Verif for winning the 1 hour total level challenge. He requested I call him Team Verif because he had a lot of help in brainstorming and planning the run. A lot of you probably know, but Verif has a fantastic YouTube channel. He's just posted a behind the scenes of his run, going through his run in more detail. So definitely go check that out on his channel and give him some support. I've linked his channel in the description. I'm also giving 300 mil to the Sumbit for getting 2nd place. The Sumbit is actually the Summit, a clan. Nice work, guys. And finally, 3rd place was a total level of 604. That was actually achieved by the well-known PKer Robert. I'll link his Twitch channel in the description as well. Here are the full high scores of the 122 submissions I got. Thank you to all 122 of you for submitting a clip. That's so epic. As you can see, it was super competitive as well. If you wanted to be in the top 35, you needed to have at least 500 total level at the end of an hour. And I'm sorry if I missed anyone in the high scores. Finally, I'm happy to announce the next challenge. How much GP can you make on a free-to-play account in 30 minutes on a fresh account? This challenge is meant to get as many participants as possible involved. The rules are on screen and you can find them over in the community tab on my YouTube channel. Make sure to check back within about 24 hours of the video in case I edit the rules at all. Okay, last thing. Buying so many bonds is kind of hurting my bank account a little bit, but I'm happy to do it because these videos are so epic. However, if you want to donate GP to me, just DM me on Twitter or email me at sirpuggerchallengesubmission@gmail.com. If you donate 10 mil GP or more, I'll put your username at the end of the next challenge video. Any donation will go towards rewarding the people who win the next challenge.